Hi, this is a quick introduction to using my marking machine as a teacher. When you get to the website, you come to this web page. For the first time, you want to click Register New User. You fill in your details, so your email, make up a username, first name, last name. You're going to select Teacher. You don't need to worry about this. This is what pupils will put in your class code in order to join your class. You'll see where that class code comes from later. Okay, click register, and as a teacher you get taken straight to the pupil manager page. If this comes up, I recommend you click save. So here's a pupil manager page. You want to create a new class. So for example, that's it, your class is created. You've got your name, you've got the class code. I mentioned that earlier. That's what you're going to give to pupils. If you're setting this for the first time, use the handy instructions written here to copy and paste and send to your pupils when you set up a class. You put the class code in there and you put the worksheet that you're assigning them in here to make it super clear what they have to do. So to set them an assignment, you want this column where you will set, for example, electrostatics key stage 4. Then that comes in a list of assignments and it says view assignment markbook. So we can click on this button to view the markbook itself. Just before we go there, I'm going to say watch out for this button here. This means the assignment is live and that means it's hidden. So they won't be able to see it in this mode. They can see it in this mode. So we'll have a look at their assignments, their markbook. Because pupils join the class as they register, they'll initially just be yourself in there and listed in alphabetical order. If you want to remove yourself, you can go to the options here and remove. If a pupil ever forgets their password, then you can click reset password. It will then give you a password. It also gives you their username, so that's all they need to log in. And they can then change their password manually by going into the accounts page up here. They don't have to do that, they can just keep that one if they make a note of it somewhere. They'll automatically be listed by surname and you can order them by that if you wish to. It also tells you here when they were last working on this worksheet. So I've never worked on this worksheet, so it says greater than a week, which is the longest time. If I worked on it in the last sort of 5 minutes, it'll say so. If I've just been working on it right now, then it'll say so. So that's useful to check if pupils have actually done homework in the last week, if they kind of return to the same worksheets, or if they're busy in the lesson now. There's this key feature here, which was requested, or both of these were requested features from teachers. You can click anonymize and it will hide all of that information you wouldn't want the rest of the pupils to see. It also sorts it by one of these other columns instead of last name, so you can then show class progress. I'm going to illustrate what that looks like once pupils have joined your class and they are participating. So here is a class which has already got a number of users in and they've mostly completed the worksheet. I've sorted this by this column. You just click on it in order to change the way that you've sorted it. And you can see that most pupils are getting up 100% in this completion column. So that's because the way my marking machine works is once a pupil has answered the question once, they get feedback, prompts on how they could possibly improve their answer. They then improve their answer and it gets remarked and they get new feedback. And these ticks indicate that they have eventually scored 100% on that question. This cross means they've scored no marks on that question. And the colour tells you how much help they required or how many attempts it took in order for them to get there. This markbook's really helpful. You can, when it's not anonymised, you can zone in on a particular pupil to see how it is they're struggling. So I might do that with some of these pupils down here. Is it lack of effort or is it misunderstanding? But also you can zone in on particular questions. So I'm going to, you can see here question 5, 12, 11, 18, 22, they're struggling with. So you just click on the question number and it'll bring up these this question and all the pupils' answers for it, sorted by pupil. So this block here is one pupil and they've made 3 attempts, and on the 3rd attempt it went green because they got full marks. And then this is the next pupil made 2 attempts and then they stopped trying. This one got it wrong and they got some marks, got more marks, and they eventually got it correct. To view the question that the pupils were answering, you can just click View here, and that allows you to see the question, so describe how radio waves are different from sound waves, and you can even have a go at it if you like. So let's say sound waves are faster, and then we'll submit our answer and see what feedback we would get. You can also see what the hint is, and you can click report if there's a problem with the way this question is written or the way it's marking people's answers. That's it for this quick tour. If you have any questions, you can obviously send them to mark.p.r.robinson@googlemail.com. Thank you for watching the tutorial.